dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 5:59. I'm Will Puckett.
And I'm Cassidy Strickland. Hope you had a great week so far. It's Friday, so we have the weekend to look forward to.
Yeah, we do have the weekend to look forward to, so that's exciting. But the weekend's going to bring maybe a little bit of cold temperatures for you this morning. Okay temperatures, a little bit below freezing, but you'll deal with that. The wind is what you're going to worry about this morning, so make sure you get a pretty big jacket ready to go as you head out the door to go to work. Let's toss it over to Brandon. He'll give you a better breakdown of what to expect as you walk out your door this morning. Brandon?
Yeah, it's cold, but not as cold as it could have been this morning because of the cloud cover. That's kind of helped protect us, I guess you could say, in a way. But let's take a look at current conditions across the region. We start with the hazard cam outside the WYMT studios this morning. And again, no major issues, just cold this morning. No, maybe a few flurries, but nothing major to write home about. Whitesburg, the same thing. All the roads are in pretty good shape, but again, some slick spots are possible, especially areas where water runs over the road. And I ran across a couple of those last night on Highway 7 over in Letcher County. So again, just be careful. Higher elevations, bridges, and overpasses as well besides those back roads. Live pinpoint Doppler radar, clean sweeps as we head out the door here this morning. And we look at where the clouds are and where the clouds aren't. And you can see that real easily. 21 Moorhead, Richmond, and Danville, but 29 here in Hazard, 27 Pikeville, Logan, Prestonsburg, Harlan, Williamsburg, and Wise. Heading out the door, wind chills. Whew, feels brutal up into central Kentucky. Single digits, 2 degrees out toward Louisville is what it feels like. 12 in Moorhead, teens across most of our area. Temperatures warming up a little bit out to the west, not down as much anyway. But again, it's still a little extra on the coffee meter this morning. Out the door forecast, only the upper 20s to close to 30 today, even with some sunshine. And yes, we will actually see that sunshine a little bit later today if everything goes according to plan. Full forecast on the way here in just a few minutes. Cass?
All right, we'll be sure to check back in with you soon. Thank you, Brandon. Well, snow yesterday, coupled with a few other concerns, led to school being canceled in districts across the mountains yesterday and today. Jackson City schools were out yesterday as a result of both weather and sickness. Paul Green, their interim superintendent, says their attendance dropped to nearly 85%. The district relies on high attendance numbers to get funding, so he and his staff decided it was better to call school off for the rest of the week to give students time to get healthy. Yesterday was a non-traditional instruction day, or NTI day, for students, but today is simply a snow day. And if you head on over to WYMT.com, many schools have already closed for today or have some delays, so you can check our website for those, and you can also sign up for alerts on our app.
Well, in other news this morning, our team dug deeper into court documents on a Pike County man charged in 7 bank robberies in multiple states. FBI agents dubbed the man the Travelling Bandit. But they caught up to Jason Robinson in Fruita, Colorado. That is more than 1,500 miles from Pikeville, and only about 2 hours from where the FBI says he carried out his last robbery last week in Price, Utah. From documents filed in Miami, Florida, federal court, we learned investigators say Robinson got away with $1,900 there. He was on federal supervised release as of November. Robinson served 5 years in prison after pleading guilty to robbing 2 community trust banks in 2008. Federal agents linked him to the robberies because of his history. They say he told an employee at another bank just before the Miami robbery that he was from the Commonwealth.
Police in Laurel County arrested a man that they say pushed his grandmother to the ground during a domestic disturbance. Police arrested 19-year-old Devin T. Sloan yesterday. During their investigation, police say they learned Sloan had rammed his father's pickup truck several times and pushed his grandmother to the ground during an argument. Deputies found Sloan a few miles from the scene and arrested him without incident. Sloan faces charges of assault and wanton endangerment.
A man charged in a Whitley County triple murder is back in Kentucky this morning. Anthony Hester is being held in the Laurel County Detention Center. Hester, Darnell Shivers, and Jeremy Hatfield are accused of murdering Emma Jean and Christopher Bittner and Emma Jean's 16-year-old son, Robert Kennedy. Police say the 3 men knew their victims. The family was found dead at a home on Deep Branch Road in Whitley County in September of 2017.
Well, we have some more information about a very strange theft we first told you about yesterday.
Martin County deputies arrested a woman for stealing $80 worth of meat from 2 stores and trying to sell it to a pawn shop in Inez.
A store manager who caught it all on camera tells WYMT's Taylor Upchurch she has now seen just about everything.
When you look at the video, it may just seem like a typical person walking in at the Inez IGA to buy groceries.
Sometimes you can just tell when they walk in, like you can tell sometimes that they're going to steal something.
Store manager Crystal Newsom says what Karen Cornett wore Wednesday drew suspicion.
He thought it was strange that she had on this big thick jacket, and it was kind of warm out yesterday anyways.
So she kept a close eye on her cameras, where she watched Cornett allegedly steal 2 beef tenderloins.
One down her pants and one in her jacket.
With a price of about $50.
She had no care in the world. So I ran after her and it was already too late. She's already in the car. So yeah, it just mind-blowing.
Newsom called the store owner, who later found Cornett at a pawn shop in Inez trying to sell the beef.
You just never know what's going to happen. Every day you come to work, it's something different.
Police later arrested Cornett. Employees say she may have gotten away.
I would advise not to try that because we always have our eyes open. We do.
But she certainly did not get too far. In Martin County, Taylor Upchurch, WYMT Mountain News.
The sheriff's office says Cornett now faces shoplifting charges.
Well, the Laurel County Health Department has confirmed a case of hepatitis A at a restaurant in the county. An employee at the Taco Bell on Kingsway in London was diagnosed last Saturday. We are told that employee did handle food. Taco Bell's corporate office did reach out to us, saying the person is, quote, on leave and will not return to work until cleared by medical professionals. They also say, quote, all team members currently working at this restaurant have been vaccinated.
In light of all these cases of hepatitis A, Knox County officials are trying to make it mandatory for food service workers to get vaccinated. The Knox County Fiscal Court had their first reading on a resolution to make it mandatory for the workers to get vaccinated to help stop the spread of the virus in the county. The first reading was passed, and now it is up for publishing in a second reading in February. Restaurant owners say that they are already ahead of the mandate and hope other businesses will do the same.
I would think that most of our employers around here would be proactive too and have the same concerns we do about the community.
Now, if the resolution is passed, food service workers will have to get vaccinated by April 1st. Well, here's something a little scary. The Doomsday Clock remains set at 2 minutes until midnight.
The clock symbolizes human existence and life on Earth, with midnight representing global annihilation. It is updated each year by a group of scientists and scholars known as the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists. They gave their annual presentation Thursday, leaving the clock at 11:58 p.m., the closest the clock has ever come to apocalyptic midnight. The scientists in charge of the clock say nuclear weapons and climate change are the reasons the minute hand is so close to midnight.
The Kentucky Lottery is celebrating. It announced overall sales have passed the $20 billion mark. Yes, that's 9 zeros. According to the executive vice president, sales reached the milestone on January 10th. From this amount, more than $5 billion has been earned for the Commonwealth. The board also learned lottery sales have closed the first half of the fiscal year higher than any other period in the organization's history.
Well, bacon lovers, listen up. On Tuesday, for exactly 1 hour, there's free bacon. McDonald's is having a free bacon hour on Tuesday, January 29th from 4 to 5 p.m. Customers can get a free side of the thick-cut Applewood smoked bacon with any purchase. Any purchase, be it a hamburger or a hot fudge sundae.
Ew.
It's all in. You probably don't get it on it, Cassie. You probably get it as like a side. Okay. It's all in celebration of the pork's arrival to 3 items on Mickey D's menu. Cheesy bacon fries, the Big Mac bacon burger, and the Quarter Pounder bacon burger.
Well, still to come this morning, find out how everyone in America can get free snack-sized wings from Buffalo Wild Wings on Super Bowl Sunday.
It's a cool giveaway, but I hope it doesn't happen. And later in sports, we head up to Richmond for the first round of the boys All-8 State Tournament. Stay tuned for those highlights. They're on the way.
I absolutely hope that happens. Some slick spots are possible on the roads this morning thanks to below freezing temperatures overnight. I'll track out your Friday hour by hour, about 2.5 minutes.